David on David's Brain. Welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play of Disco Elysium for the PS4. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and contribute to my Patreon. Links in the description at the bottom. Alright, last time we got some shut-eye, and we went back to have another little chin wag, a little chin wag with Evrart. And yeah, we missed his little opportunity with the weasel. Oh well. And now he's given us another job. Which would basically authorize him to go and driving out the people of the fishing village here to go and build a youth center. He'll begin the construction, and then they'll sell the people there will eventually sell the land for cheap. Yeah, it's just another way for the Union to have more control over Revachol. Yeah, that's Evrart in a nutshell. He's self-serving, and he covers everything he says with half-truths. Yeah, he does care about Martinet, but again, only so that it benefits him.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Alright, yeah. High of 42%, plus 1 with indirect modes of taxation. Let's do this.
With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line? 2 names. Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. Indeed, they look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures, but they're not, and the document will be nullified if they dispute it. That means Evrart will have to start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Evrat's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza, near the corner of the bookstore. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship.
All right. Let me just take a look here. All right, just 48 minutes left to go on the in-game clock, and then I'll be completely sober and ready to accept la responsabilité. Yeah, definitely should keep information. Definitely should keep Joyce away from him, or at least information I've been dealing with Joyce. But then again, Kim may have been just been enough to tip his hand. I feel like I need to play both sides against the middle here. Yeah. I like Joyce as a person, but yeah, Wild Pines, what she represents, yeah, letting a pack of animals like those 3 mercenaries loose at Revachol. On the other hand, Evrart and his union, they do seem to care about the place, but yeah, it's pretty clear that that Evrart is a pretty self-serving asshole, very manipulative. All right, maybe I should have another discuss with Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
So I've been dealing with Evrart again.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Let's see. Mr. Evrart's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
Uh-huh.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this, to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Mr. Evrart says he's almost ready to be found soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Perhaps he is.
Of course he's lying. I helped to turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes it keep the strikers drunk. Helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Nope, you misunderstand. I turned the knob like this.
Beyond curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. For the sake of our professional relationship. And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To a nameless settlement down the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
He wants to build a youth center there, for the children of Montenay, he says.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it. Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Montenay before?
Yes. I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you missed those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
If you say so.
I'm over-radiated, Harry. I do silly things sometimes, out of pale-related illness. Like take this job. The moral of the story is...
So it was a factor in her coming to Martinez in the first place. Interesting.
Do not spend 22 days a year in Pale Transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Evrart Clare's mail. Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Evrart? Do you think it will improve the place?
So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Oh, trust me. Evrart thinks he's going to be getting his youth center, but trust me. All he's going to be getting is a nice legal headache.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
Can you tell me about these tattoos again?
I fear I've told you all I know. It's an Oranese map of the waterways, or some version of it. His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade. I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. Is there anything else I can help you with? What would you like to know? Good. What we do? I'm afraid
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pine, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with...
She nods.
Of course. Evrart Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. Of course not. Evrart is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. Have you seen him? Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switch. The day bar Organized labor at its best, as they say.
A mob. The debardeurs are a crime syndicate.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, and your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Indeed. And a hungry one, of course.
Don't tell her you've met Evrart right away. There's time.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite. Glad to have been of assistance.
Oh yeah, trust me. Yeah, do not trust Evrart as far as I can throw the fucker. And yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's anything more we could do. Alright, let's check out the boardwalk. Alright, let's go and boost up visual calculus here. Let's see, anywhere around here that could be used for like a particular sniper's nest?
You see, a slogan.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? Sure. What's on your mind? Yes. Yes. It's a lure in. But of course.
Alright, never mind.
A row of ghostly shades facing the crumbling wall. with another 7 shades standing 10.
I don't know. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
What about Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall?
Yeah. It's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold...
Always.
I don't see any way that we could make... Oh.
The dome-shaped plastic buoy bobs up and down in the water amidst the trembling reeds. The ajar latch still exhibits the emptiness within.
Damn, that felt really strange just now. We're lucky it's still here. A little longer, it would have floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
The buoy is not tied to it. It smells. The water this side of the... There's something in there, splashing around. The number 11.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
A shot glass's worth of seawater.
Well, damn.
No documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know it was in the buoy already.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Maybe Classier took them herself?
That may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this.
Did Harry just breeze right through a table there?
Yes?
I think this is about as far as we can go for the boardwalk.
Hello. Isn't this a... Sure. What's on your mind? But of course. What...
Maybe there's another part of the boardwalk we haven't checked. It's gotta be somewhere around here.
Either he's gonna... Alright, nothing there.
Ah, there's the mailbox.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I knew we'd get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Alright, fine.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Evrart. You know he's going to play you somehow.
Oh yeah.
Right, let's go back to Evrart. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Alright. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need my drama skills at max or see what he's thinking. Alright, yeah, time for another scintillating conversation with that sentient pile of lard. Ugh. Yeah, and I'm wondering when would be a good time for the rain to stop so I can finally talk to Klasia. Alright, well, we got Evrart his signature, so as long as he knows that, then we should be fine. Well, yeah, Evrart's definitely not going to be too happy, especially with that, with the, with that little legal landmine he just waddled into.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
Actually, let me just save here first. Yeah, see if that whole little weasel option is taken off the table now.
Mr. Dubois, a fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key.
And just like that, it's happening. The roller coaster is moving. Too late to take it back now.
Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss? Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like... By all means, Harry. What's...
Yeah, that's definitely weird. Even though Evrart said that the whole weasel deal is gone, he still gives me the job anyway. Maybe it'll happen once maybe it'll clear up once I've taken care of the envelope project.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now.
Oh, good.
You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
See, forging that signature really paid off. Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
The signatures are gone. I know you plan to force them out with the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
Uh-huh.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words, officers, we are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
Alright, what do you mean by that?
Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
A youth supermarket church complex. You really expect me to believe that? Let's see. You've even part of... you really expect me to believe that?
Yes, I do. I got the center, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
But will there be giant statues of the Clear brothers towering above it all? Joyce knew he was up to something.
But wait, will you erect a statue? Will you erect a statue to yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, workers on welfare, and landowners in Azon hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
You would look nice as a statue.
Joyce was right when she said you were up to something.
Damn right I am, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as she is one day. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Haha. Right, as long as it all benefits you in some way, shape, or form, right? Did you order the hangman killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
Why are you so fat anyway?
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids.
Ah.
Good job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Have you ever heard what 2 giant Ceres hornets could do to an entire colony of bees? They destroy it. They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
So how's this connected to the strike? Let's see.
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
And the people being you.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Alright, then who killed the hanged man?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Evrart I. Couldn't have done it without him.
He really doesn't know. A guy, huh?
How do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
He really doesn't.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol. And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
You can't possibly hope to continue like you have. Clients will leave en masse.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share?
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
Right. Drugs are a no-go for me. I'll report this.
Yes, of course. And while you're doing that, please go ahead and also tell the Wild Pines. I want to hear them squeal from the indignity.
Nothing in his features betrays any concern.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
So, is there let's see. It'd still be illegal, though.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth. And everyone's going to pull their weight.
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitted to it.
Let's see. Hold on. I don't want to look at the big picture. I want to look at the drug trade you almost admitted to.
No, Harry. That's boring. All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of revenue, I'm cutting it.
So you're not even bothering with it anymore.
Boys. Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now? This bold new vision of incorporated socialism I'm offering?
Well, let's see. Yeah, Flags are Kings? Hell no. Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporated in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy. And yeah, well, you can't exactly go building something without capital, sad to say.
Yes, if you start thinking about it like that, the socialist municipal body sort of is like a corporation, isn't it? It uses corporate law. We're incorporated. I like to think we're using the best parts of all the ideologies here, Harry.
That's more what I'm trying to do. If anyone's trying to find the golden mean here, it definitely seems like I'm trying to, or at least I'm trying to understand it. You've got your own agenda here, so can I ask about the specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Oh, you piece of crap!
Your gun is with an old woman. I hear she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
So who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The Pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Alright, that's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
I got a few questions about the harbor.
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend. Very nice, Harry. Is there anything else?
Alright, I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Right, what happened to the previous negotiation, Mr. Gelmont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
I told Joyce that I met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Let's see. Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Yeah, in other words, you're just stonewalling her.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in
here. Yeah, if she wants to get in, she'll have to get past the scabs, and once she gets past that, she'll have to get past Measurehead.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. Wasteland of reality. Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years though. It'll be depressing, and it'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
Alright, so -1 to physical instrument, inland empire, and suggestion, but +1 to psyche, return of the self, and no positive effects from alcohol. Alright, confront the pigs and get your gun back. Someone's been running around your sidearm pretending to be a police officer. You must meet her near the old fish market at 2200 hours and get your service weapon back. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Alright, anyways, now that we've sobered up, it's time to confront, to accept la responsabilité. Let me see here. Alright, so we got some, we got some information from Evrart. And yeah, next time we'll finally go and accept that responsibility, hopefully. Or at least give it a shot. And then at some point we are going to have to deal with the figure out when will be the best time to talk to Klasia and get past that shivers check. And only then will I feel comfortable finally talking to Titus. Alright, well, saving here, calling it a day. And yeah, I don't think, and yeah, again, definitely not doing that little favor for with the whole weasel thing. Alright, so until next time, folks, this is David on David's Brain. See you when I see you. Bye-bye.